start from basics. So basically what we will see in this entire part, pneumatics, electropneumatics, hydraulics, electrohydraulics and PLC, what we'll come across are such kind of cylinders. So we'll first understand the basics of this. So say this is a double acting cylinder with a piston inside. When fluid or air will flow through this non-written wall inside here, it will push the piston and it will the rod will come out. So that position, when the fluid will push the piston rod outside, is known as the A plus position. Say this cylinder is A. So the position of that cylinder when the piston rod is completely outside will be A plus position. Now for the same double acting cylinder, if I want to bring it back to A minus position from A plus, from here to here, what I'll do is I'll stop the supply over here and so I'll cut off the supply over here and I'll apply pressure from this valve. So the fluid will flow from here, fluid or air, and it will push the piston back and it will be again in its normal position. So that position is known as A minus position. So this similar thing can be done with a single acting cylinder. In single acting cylinder, the fluid will pressurize only one side, and on the other side there is a spring which will help. Once the pressure in this side is released, the piston will push it back to A minus position. Otherwise, when the fluid is there, due to pressure, the cylinder would be in A plus position. So these are the two positions we will be commonly using. Now in exams or in normal cases, what you will be expected is to do the sequencing of any such random sequences. Like say there are A, B, C, 3 cylinders. So what you will be asked is to derive a electro-hydraulic circuit or hydraulic circuit or pneumatic or electro-pneumatic circuit for the same sequence. So such kind of sequence is given. That's it. Basically, first I want to actuate the cylinder in plus position, then actuate cylinder B in plus position, then A in minus, then B in minus position, retracted position, then C in plus position. So you will be expected to find sequences, sequencing circuit for such sequences. So like basically what are these sequences? We'll first try to understand that with a simple example. So say this is one simple application of it. Now what this entire thing of pneumatics, electropneumatics or hydraulics is used for is automation. So automation is the main thing here. So consider this case. I have a task in which I have a stack of boxes. What I have to do is punch a label on each of the boxes. Like I have to punch a label on the top of each box and just collect it in another box. So there's a stack of boxes. I have to punch a label on it and collect it in another box. Says I have to stamp on it. So instead of doing it manually, what I can try to do is I have used 3 cylinders over here, A, B and C, say. So what I'll plan to do is to automate this. This is just a crude example, but you will get the idea of how the sequences are derived. So say I want to automate this. I have this guide in which I have kept all the boxes. I have cylinder A behind this with the push rod which can push these boxes over here. Cylinder B will do the work of stamping. Cylinder C will just push it out of the way to collect it in another box once it's stamped. So what I'll do is first starting with the sequence, what I need to do is I'll actuate the cylinder A. What cylinder A would do is push this box and clamp it over here. This is just another support on the other side, so the box will get clamped between the rod of cylinder A and this bracket. Once the box is clamped, I'll stamp the box with this cylinder actuating this cylinder rod. Once the stamp is done, I'll retract this cylinder, and finally this cylinder C will push the box outside into the another collecting box, and then again it will retract, and the procedure will repeat. So the sequences, now you will understand why we have those sequences. So the sequencing of this cylinder would be somewhat like this. First, this cylinder will perform A plus, that as it needs to push the box and clamp it over here. So first there is A plus. After that, cylinder B needs to come down, stamp over the box and retract. So that would be B plus, stamping is done, again B minus. So B plus and B minus. And finally I need to push the box into the collecting container. So this rod will actuate C plus. It would push this box inside the collecting container, and this would again retract to make way for the new box. So this would be C plus, C minus, right? And finally, once this is done, I'll retract the cylinder A rod back, and so that I could start the procedure once again for each and every box. So basically I got this sequence for the cylinder. It's A plus, then B plus, stamping done, B minus, then C plus, it will push the box in the container, C minus, and finally A minus. So this is how these sequences come. So the fluid which would actuate the cylinder would be either water, oil or air. So actuation would be either hydraulic or pneumatic. But the sequencing, which is this part, the sequencing which is done can be of hydraulic type, pneumatic type or electrical type. So if the actuating fluid is pneumatic and sequencing is done using pneumatic circuits, which we'll learn later, then it is pure pneumatics. If the fluid is in the cylinder is pneumatic and this sequencing I'll be doing in with electrical circuit, then it is called electropneumatics. Similarly for hydraulics, if it is pure hydraulic for sequencing and actuation, then it's like pure hydraulics. And for sequencing, if I am using electrical circuit, and for fluid I am for actuating cylinder I am using hydraulic fluid, then it's electrohydraulics. And there's another type called PLC, which also can be used for programming this sequencing. So one question that you might ask is like, if there are electrical circuits available for sequencing, why do we have to use pneumatics? Like there are expensive valves which need to be used in that. So the reason is, for example, in case of mining, it is not possible to use electrical circuit for actuation of cylinders, because inside deep down inside in the mines, there are chances that there are some combustible gases present in the mine. And if we try to use electrical circuit, there is always a risk of catching fire. So due to combustible gas in the surrounding. So